Hello guys, it is Boy Kelvin again. Today's edition in Planeto, and we're focusing on the politics in Kenya, specifically the current relationship between the Honorable Raila Odinga and President William Ruto. And today I'm privileged to have a guest here. Kindly can introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. I'm Ogan Emmanuel, a student within the University of Science and Technology. I'm a third year. Thank you so much for the invitation.
You're much welcome. And let's focus on current situation of politics in Kenya. And currently, how do you describe the political relationship between President William Ruto and Honorable Raila Odinga?
In just a precise statement, I will describe the relationship between Raila Odinga and Ruto. And within that description, political science can describe it as chicanery. What do I mean? This is when someone is using tricks, yes, and maybe persuasions to trick someone and maybe lobby some dockets. You've seen in the previous occasions where there were some people who we thought could not step their feet into the government, the current government. At the same time, when we had anti-protest within Kenya, we had a very few people who were very, very strong and could take Kenya into next level. But what happened? These people were lured, and then again we are having a new alliance in Kenya. So that's how I can describe the relationship between Raila and Ruto.
So, talking about it is a trick. I thought that this coming together of handshake was for the good of people of Kenya. You're saying that it was a trick. Do you think it was a trick because we wanted for peace, we prayed for peace for so long time, and the only way is for Baba and President Ruto to come together, and today you're saying it is a trick?
The trick applies in a two-way. Raila Amolo Odinga is playing a trick to Kenyans. He's telling Kenyans what they need to hear. Ruto is playing a trick to Raila because he's after staying within the government. Because when Raila and his conglomerates decide to go into the public and start protesting, that's when Kenya will go down. So President Ruto is trying to stop this, such that he continues serving Kenyans as the president of Kenya.
So actually, so is there any indication that this implication? Is there any implication of Baba and Ruto coming together? Is there any implication?
There is, and that's something that is going to happen, because and in fact it is not only Raila Ruto forming an alliance.
Yeah.
We have a few guys who will come in and form alliance and run for presidency in 2027. What am I bringing on the table? In Kenya we have political cousins. Political cousins, we have guys like Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, we have Martha Karua, we have Mudavadi, we have Raila Odinga, and we have William Ruto. We will lie to ourselves if we say that these people will continue staying within that distant political spaces up to 2027. They are going to lie. These people are going to come together because, as I've said earlier, Raila Odinga and President William Ruto are after the interest of serving Kenya. Raila is also not ready to exit Kenyan politics. So that is it.
And I remember they say that when we want to kill the birds, we just cut the biggest tree that it relies on. And we see that Baba is already absorbed in UDA. And do you think other aspirants from UDA, they will be able to be absorbed by President Ruto before 2027, or
That's when we have differences, because when you were incorporated in a party, then you had your position and the duties that you were playing. Then all of a sudden you are seeing a new guy coming in. What will happen? You'll start rubbing shoulders, isn't it? So people will differ, and new people will come in, and the people who are within that party will also go away. Currently, the outgoing, or the former governor of Mil, Mongaza, yes?
yeah.
She has decided to quit UDA because she has been ousted from serving Meru County as the governor. So that's what will happen. New people coming in, the people who are initially within that alliance going away. So that kind of rubbing shoulders will happen before 2027, and people will quit, and then new people will come.
Okay, it is so great. And how do you foresee the possible political alliance between them ahead of the next election?
This is going to happen in this manner, because before 2027, Kenya will have something that is called plutocracy. What is this meaning? We will have very rich people having their spaces in the leadership realms. And this has started happening, and it began happening last year. This is when these very rich and aged people are afraid of quitting the political fields. So that's what's going to happen, because even if you see the way, because youths in Kenya are preparing to vote these leaders out. But what are these people doing there? They have begun delaying the processing of identification cards and all other important identifications that can enable someone to take place, to take part in elections. So these people will continue to work together, and even new people will come, because you can even attest to this. Within the past period of time, even very, very ardent Kenyans who are trying to make their space into the political fields are being attracted. Currently, have you heard of Morate Baso talking?
Yeah.
Yes, then Kaswin Makoure, those people have been absorbed already. So that's what's going to happen. Very ambitious young upcoming politicians are being absorbed such that they don't develop their own political grounds and then kick these people out. So that's what we'll
So, meaning in 2027 we might have, like, because we saw that President William Ruto, people are against him. But we see that the Gen Zs are not ready to vote him again in. And as Gen Z, they were relying on Honorable Raila Odinga, and so that Raila Odinga has already joined the UDA. So they have lost that trust. So do you think Gen Z may end up raising their own leader and vote him in, or how do you think?
As they say, power corrupts, and power is grabbed, not given. Or in the previous elections, people do vote their preserved people who they think can take Kenya into the next level. But here comes a very, very strong person, very, very rich person who is ready to grab power, not given. However much you people voted for the other person, but this person comes in, gives some envelopes, yes, you know what I mean, then moves around, then compromises the voting system, then this person grabs power. So we can't lie to ourselves that we will kick William Ruto and his regime and his team in 2027. That's a lie, because to grab power, you must have something. You must have some money in, yes? Then and if you look at the tendency within Kenya, youths have no jobs, to mean they have no money. They are only competent in the leadership fields, yes. But that's not enough in politics. You need to have money, you need to have grounds, and you need to have strategies. Youths have strategies, they have grounds, but money is where they fail. So maybe after 2027, that's when youths will have grounds. But this one is going to grab once again.
So kumaanisha ni kama tu tunapiga kelele za chura
Yes.
ambazo hazimzii